want to express our sincere thanks on behalf of the school to each and every parent and supporter of these young men in the audience and at home around the world. Special thank you as well to, of course, our wonderful staff and faculty, and in particular, the new dynamic duo of Sabrina D'Angelo and Trevor Biasi, first year at the helm of middle school, and I could not be more pleased with what has been accomplished. We are so fortunate to be in and we are going to very deeply miss the boys that are moving on next year to various places around the world. We do expect very much that you will stay in touch with your school and come back regularly, and actually come back to the upper school at some point, we hope. We wish you all the best. For the boys that are returning, we're looking forward to September already. Of course, we will enjoy our time off and time away from one another. But when we return to school next year, we will begin to experience and understand how important our new facilities will be for this school. Come March next year, everything will be open and the mud will hopefully be gone. So we want to express our sincere appreciation for your patience throughout the last year and a half, almost 2 years of building. But it's all going to be worth it, boys, when you're here and you are moving into the upper school, those grade 8s at the exact perfect time to enjoy those facilities. So with that, I will take my seat and enjoy the experience of acknowledging the many accomplishments that have taken place this year. Have a very safe, happy, and enjoyable summer, and we look forward to seeing most of you in September. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and a very warm welcome to our 115th Middle School Prize Day ceremony. Headmaster McHenry, board members, faculty, parents, friends, and most importantly, boys. Your presence here this afternoon is a true testament to the community which we so often refer to, both within and beyond the gates. It is with sincere gratitude that I welcome each and every member here today. I would like to take a moment to recognize the Board of Governors and members of the leadership team who have kindly joined us on this special occasion and who are seated on the dais. Mr. Jamie Ingalls, Andrean Traditions Coordinator in Class of 91, Mr. David Galida, Director of Residential Life, Mr. Courtney Shrimpton, Assistant Headmaster, Mr. Jim McLaughlin, Old Boy, Past Parent, Member of the Board of Governors, Mr. Michael Sifton, Class of 79, Chair of the Board of Governors and Past Parent, Headmaster Kevin McHenry, Mr. Michael Palick, Assistant Headmaster, Mr. Steve Rush, Director of IT, Mr. Scott Hayter, Director of Advancement, and Reverend Bruce Ruffey. Like most of you, I can hardly believe that we are here, Middle School Prize Day. Whether you are new to the St. Andrews College community, have spent a few years in Rogers Hall, or are a lifer, I am confident that you have figured out that time moves faster on this campus than it does anywhere else. I vividly recall your first days in September. On the exterior, clean-cut hair, tucked-in shirts, perfect pant length, and polished shoes. And the boys looked great too. And on the interior, excitement, pride, and anxiousness. As time passed and seasons changed, as you experienced the many special events that make St. Andrews not an ordinary place, Beyond the Gates, Homecoming, Cross-Country Run, French Exchange, Lord of the Flies, Remembrance Day and Our Fallen Andrians, Bullying Awareness Week, Holiday Hero, Carol Service, McPherson Hockey Tournament, our very own Middle School Winter Olympics, shout out to Norway, our gold finalists, Visual Arts Day, Winter Activity Day, Music Extravaganza, Earth Week, Focus, Church Parade, Headmasters Parade, Cadet Inspection, Spring Smash, and the end of year celebrations. After all of this, the clean cut hair grew out, the shirts became untucked and way too small, The pants became capris, and the polished shoes are now lost. In the Grade 8 families, you'll hear more about shoes today. You heard a little bit about it last night. And I dare not say pairs of shoes, because this morning when I checked, there were 15 different pairs, or not pairs, just different shoes in the lost and found. There was a healthy assortment of sneakers, flip-flops, black dress shoes, and even soccer cleats from first term sport. I truly believe that there is no place as animated, vibrant, and dynamic as the corridors of Rogers Hall. Although Prize Day is a celebratory event, one that recognizes the many accolades of our students, it is more so a day that captures a mere part of life's voyage. Arthur Ashe, top-ranked tennis player in the 1960s and 70s, once said, "Success is a journey, not a destination. The doing is more important than the outcome," just as it is in the middle school. Ashe was the first African American to win the men's singles at Wimbledon and the US Open, and the first African American to be ranked #1 in the world. He is often referred to as a conscious leader, humanitarian, educator, and athlete. Surely Ashe's success was not accomplished without continuous hard work, fierce determination, and an aggressive desire to reach for and make it to the top. Elements that we know are essential to achieve what Mr. Ashe indeed did. However, in contrast to the prerequisites noted above, Mr. Ashe also faced adversity, yet another, and arguably a more important element in meeting success. The hardship which Arthur Ashe endured, the loss of his mother at the age of 6 years, difficulty connecting with a professional trainer due to a lack of family finances, a constant battle of discrimination, and multiple health issues which eventually led to his untimely death. These, in combination with continuous hard work, fierce determination, and an aggressive desire, allowed Arthur to achieve all that he set his mind to, not only in the world of athletics, but also in helping move the world forward for the betterment of others. The middle school journey, like that of Arthur Ashe's, involves goal setting, disappointments, reaching milestones, more disappointments, setbacks, and achievement. The doing is more important than the outcome. This is precisely accurate as it was so well depicted in The Karate Kid when Mr. Han challenged Dre to pick up his jacket, put on his jacket, take off his jacket, and hang up his jacket over and over again. And for the older members of the audience, it was wax on, wax off. This is especially relevant in the context of middle school boys. The brainstorming responsible for a lively debate, sketchbooks, inaccurate pronunciations en français, preparation for evaluations, the process involved in writing an essay, the kindness in building a friendship, the practice and drill of shooting pucks, the off-keynote in band, the dress rehearsal before focus. The doing is what establishes the skills that are not only essential to the outcome, but also for one to live successfully and happily. The academic, athletic, artistic, leadership, and social challenges that your sons have endured this year will certainly help shape the individuals they continue to become as they reach toward developing, fulfilling their full potential, and developing the school's mission, which is dedicated to the development of the complete man, the well-rounded citizen. It is difficult to explain St. Andrew's College to those beyond the gates. This place that encapsulates so much. The way the boys sluggishly enter Rogers Hall and slowly come to life by period 1. The way they body check each other into the lockers. The way they ask questions and look for answers. The way they adjust to living away from home and becoming young men in McDonald House. The way they use their creativity in the art studio. The way they tackle on the field, run wild, and then attend period 3 with an ice pack on their elbow, knee, or head. Sometimes a combination of all of those things. Do they truly understand the unique traits of boys, their tough exterior and sensitive core? Probably not. But we do, and this is why you have entrusted your sons to us. Emotions ran high on that first day of school, as they may be this afternoon, recognizing the closing of one year and soon marking the beginning of a new one. I can feel the excitement as another school year closes. For parents, this is a well-deserved break from trying to decipher between middle school dress, warm weather dress, clan spirit dress, or casual dress. some much needed time away from Edsby and following our 6-day cycle, and for our international parents, excitement, I think, that you finally get to take your boy home with you today. For the boys, the feeling of excitement as you look towards summer days, sleep-ins, gaming, cottaging, Instagramming at your own peril, perhaps with one of the ladies you met at a dance, and taking selfies, and perhaps an opportunity to simply be. Maybe some yoga? I'm confident that there are feelings of pride. For parents, you have been fortunate enough to have offered your son the St. Andrews College experience. And now you are watching him close his school year. For our first-year families, this is an especially important milestone for you. You made it. I recall frazzled faces, many frazzled faces, and a few panicked emails. As promised, it all worked out. For our students, you have completed the middle school milestone, whether it was your first, second, or third year, and whether you are a boarder or a day boy, you did it. We cannot dismiss the feeling of anxiousness for our grade 5 and 6 parents, a feeling that you may lose the sense of security that the core program offers. What does the Rotary program really entail? For our grade 7 parents, anxiety over your son entering his final year in the middle school. Will he still enjoy the arts? How difficult will grade 9 math be? And for our grade 8 parents, fear of the unknown. Who will teach your son? How different will the upper school really be? And what do you mean there are no time regulations on laptop use? Although the changes are many, rest assured that regardless of the space they use and the grade they're in, our primary concern is always the best interest of your son. For students, the feeling of anxiousness extends beyond the operational questions as nerves run high over the idea that your friends might change, or you may not make that team you hoped for. And what happens if they don't serve Caesar salad on Wednesdays in the new dining hall? I can't promise you that there will not be an adjustment period and that you won't endure some setbacks. You will, and that will make us smile because you'll be right on track. As our Not an Ordinary Place campaign attests, St. Andrews College is a unique environment. You have all been additionally blessed to have been among some of the first to take advantage of the Ewell Family Athletic Center, the space where you engage in your favorite subject, recess. It is the vision, hard work, and contributions made by individuals who were once in your very position, middle school boys who love SAC, that made and will continue to make this school one of the very best in the country. And if all goes according to plan, the new school year will be magical. As a matter of fact, as early as this August, SAC will be home to the completed La Briere Hockey Arena, and in 2015, a new drama and music facility, not to mention a leadership center, along with a bigger and better dining hall. Although I can't make any promises that the cookies will be any bigger or better. While you consider all of the complexities and challenges that you will face as you enter a new school year, please safeguard this message. We believe in you. We always have. Every adult in this room knows that at some point you will be successful. We can't promise you that you will achieve this without failure. In fact, it is inevitable that you won't. But what we can tell you is that you will always have our guidance and support. Like Arthur Ashe, each turn of events in life will create a better you. A you who is confident, a you who is strong, a you who is proud to be an Andrian. No true story can truly be articulated without visuals. I'm kind of obsessed with taking photos, as I'm sure you've learned this year. And it's not so much the act of taking the photo that I really enjoy, but it's the capturing of the moment that I love. So as a Cap to the Year, I've saved some of my favorites. So none of these have been in the look ahead. But the one on the very front, I'm glad we shared a common theme last night, so the Grade 8 families would have seen this first one. But these are my favorite middle school moments. True idiosyncrasies of middle school boys. And while these may seem like planned poses, I assure you that they were all captured, spur of the moment, portraying your son as the playful, compassionate, energetic, and impulsive boy that he is. So dressing up as women is certainly their favorite costume. That was our grade 5 play this year. Not sure about the headband? They really love their school. That's a photo of Dylan, who is in process of coming down the stairs, and his shoe, which was on his foot, is now beneath the stairs. So again, there's a lot of shoe stuff that goes on in the middle school. I was walking down the hall one day and this is what I saw. A ton of uniform items and a hard hat. This one's tricky to see, but the boys were filling up the glass with the water and they didn't turn it off. So it was all over. It was just flowing over. This happened just the other day. I was working in my office and Dalton brought in a pig. And you can't see Wells, but Wells is holding the banana. Wells is feeding the pig. And then we wonder why we have so many lost shoes. That's what the recess grounds look like. Oddly enough, though, they tend to find their own pair. That's why your Blazers don't come home. There's a couple of ties up there, too. Only the best for our boys. Down-filled pillows. He was working on a project in the grade 5 classroom. One sock on, one sock off. I guess whatever's most comfortable. That happened early on in the school year. It's hard to see. It's the side of a boy's shirt. It's ripped from right under the underarm, right down to the bottom where his pant begins. That was after recess. That would have been the beginning of period 3. Love Alvin. Spaghetti sandwich. We see it all in the dining hall. Whoops. That's a big chocolate milk stain. It actually is probably the entire glass of chocolate milk on Andrew's shirt. He was walking aimlessly in the dining hall exactly like that. It might be time for Connor to go to a bow tie. This one's a little tricky, but Patrick is completely full of charcoal. He just came from the art studio, and he is covered and didn't think it was an issue. He just came for lunch. And this was our final yoga session, so they are capable of rest. I know sometimes we have that question, but they are capable of rest. It's been a wonderful journey, a journey of highs and lows, of happy times and sad ones, of moments cherished and some better to be forgotten. But all of them have made this year unique. There will never be another year like this. Never a year that represents a student body from the 34 countries that are represented this year. Never a school of boys who can be so creative with cheddar cheese and a microwave. Makeshift nachos, tortilla pizzas, and cheddar spaghetti sandwiches. And they come in the form of appetizers, entrees, and for some dessert. Aside from all the little things, there will never be another year of boys who demonstrate their love for this school in exactly the same way that you boys have. We cannot truly celebrate the closing of the year without recognizing the central reason for your sons and boys for your happiness, the middle school faculty. SAC is not a standard workplace. Yes, the teachers all have jobs. However, their responsibilities extend far past their shift, and oftentimes there is no break or closure. Working with pre-adolescent and adolescent boys is multifaceted. It requires mental strength, physical strength, but mostly it requires strength of the heart. These boys, as durable as they may seem, are vulnerable. The middle school years are some of the most challenging they will ever experience, and our primary goal is to ensure that they complete this milestone with style and grace while learning and having fun. I would like to offer a heartfelt thanks to an enthusiastic, dedicated, and an amazing middle school faculty that any institution would be so fortunate to have. You are the front runners, the ones who keep this place blazing, and moving at the speed of light. Thank you. And to the brains behind the operation, Ms. Brenda Burston, your unconditional support, patience, and optimistic nature have been a true source of calm, not only for me, but for the boys and the parents too. Thank you. Many of you have had the distinct pleasure of working alongside Cameron Eby over the past 2 years. Mr. Eby has been an invaluable addition to our middle school program. His professionalism as an educator, advisor, coach, and colleague will be greatly missed, not to mention his slam dunk talent. Based on the teacher win this year in the staff-student basketball game, it has been decided that Mr. Eby will be an honorary member at all future matches. And by the way, Mr. Richardson wants a signed contract of that, Mr. Eby. So, Cam, I truly believe that this is not goodbye, but rather a see you later. We wish you all the best as you embark on a new journey at the York School. Please keep in touch with your SAC friends. Thank you to Headmaster McHenry, the Board of Governors, and the entire leadership team for your ongoing support and guidance during my first year as Director of Middle School. The trust you place in me to lead the foundation of our program is the greatest compliment. Thank you for providing me with the opportunity to spend my days in Rogers Hall. There is no place I would rather be. Okay, maybe Maui. Most importantly, thank you always for believing in a middle school program that meets the unique needs of adolescent boys. Parents, your unwavering support this year, and for some throughout the years, have not gone unnoticed. It has been a true pleasure working with you, and for many, the middle school journey lives on. We look forward to seeing you in Rogers Hall, although we should give you a heads up that if your son is moving into the upper school, he would now like to be dropped off at the far end of the driveway. Have a wonderful, restful summer and enjoy your son's healthy boyness. As unstable as they may seem at times, they need us to see the promise in them. They need us to be excited about them as boys. So let's be. And finally, to the group who made the middle school tick even once the doors were closed and the lights were out, the class of 2018. With approximately 80 new adolescent bodies roaming the hallways, sharing classroom space or residential space, competing for spots on desired sports team, you can never be quite sure what the culture will be like. In large part, due to your fine leadership skills, I truly believe that our oldest, surely not to be confused with our most mature, students in our middle school set the tone for our younger boys. With the core program in its infancy, it was especially important that our role models were first-class citizens. I am so pleased to say that we cannot have asked for a finer group of students to lead these boys in their core years at the college, and for allowing our grade 7 students to see how it's done. Thank you for setting a good example and a positive tone this year. I'm really going to miss you. What I'm not going to miss is the fashion faux pas of Bass Pro Mill hats, of which I saw many this year, or the weird and unidentifiable sounds made by Dylan, or the fluorescent orange penny that was borrowed from the phys ed department and worn on the grad trip. Won't mention any names, but that was certainly a first. Or the Latin-filled air smell of Axe overworn by Los Mexicanos. Or finding Tide Pods hidden in my office. You certainly are a unique group of boys. As you move on to the upper school, we have every bit of confidence that you will be awesome. After all, we have been preparing you for years. It truly has been a pleasure. Be sure to drop in and say hello. Hashtag, I'll always have lollipops in my office. Thank you. Now for the good stuff. We will proceed to the presentation of prizes and awards. A list of all the prize winners will be available on the St. Andrews College website tomorrow. Grade 5 academic awards will be presented first. At this time, I'd like to call up Claudia Rose Donahoe to present the honor medals and prizes for grade 5. Parents, may I please ask that you hold your applause until all of the prizes for the grade 5s have been given out. The first awards are for students who have earned either scholar status, an overall grade average of at least 80%, or the Academic Merit Award, an overall learning skills average of at least 80%. Receiving bronze honors medals are Maddie Brandt, and unfortunately Maddie Brandt cannot be with us today. Matthias Gent, who also is unable to be with us today. AJ Nichols and Kieran Walters. And receiving his academic merit tie for the first time, so proud of this little guy, Charlie McDonald. The next awards are for students who have earned both scholar status and the Academic Merit Award. These boys will be receiving an honors medal for academic excellence over the entire school year. Students will receive a bronze honors medal with the exception of the student with the highest combined learning skills and academic average, who will receive the gold honors medal, and the student with the second highest combined learning skills and academic average receiving the silver honors medal. Jack Bray, Donna Goharchi, Roy Huang, Hunter Colm, Cordian Mazurquick, Caden McHenry, Matthew Situ, Zishan Tejpar, and Warren Van Eden. And receiving his academic merit tie and his scholar's pin for the first time, Lachlan McTeague. Standing in second place and receiving the silver honors medal and receiving their scholar's pin for the first time, Matthew Schenke. Standing in first place in the grade 5 class and receiving the gold honors medal and receiving the scholar's pin for the first time, Jonathan Melamadon. Students, please remain at the front as the next prizes are awarded. If your name is called, please approach Mrs. Rose Donahoe. The French prize, the language arts prize are going to Caden McHenry. The health and physical education prize to Zishan Tejpar. The mathematics prize, Warren Van Eden. The science prize, Jonathan Melamadov. The social studies prize, Hunter Cole. And the arts prize, Matthew Schenke. The next award is the Grade 5 Superstar Award. This award is in recognition of the student in Grade 5 who exhibits the most conscientious work ethic and leadership development. This year, the Grade 5 Superstar Award goes to Jonathan Melamadov. Congratulations, prize winners for Grade 5. You may return to your seats. I would like to call on Mr. Justin Chow and Mrs. O'Hare to present the honors medals and prizes for Grade 6. Please, again, parents, hold your applause until all the prizes for Grade 6 have been given out. for the student who has earned the Academic Merit Award, which is an overall learning skills average of at least 80%. Receiving a bronze honors medal is Ali Habib. The next awards are for students who have earned both scholar status and the Academic Merit Award. These boys will be receiving an honors medal for academic excellence over the entire school year. Students will receive a bronze honors medal with the exception of the student with the highest combined learning skills and academic average, who will receive the gold honors medal, and the student with the second highest combined learning skills and academic average receiving the silver honors medal. Receiving bronze honors medal today, Connor Brokart, Christian D'Alessandro, Brendan Dilworth, Dorian Jones, Jack Kemchensky, Nolan Michael Berger, Bryce Neal, Cole Nip, Michael Sun, Aiden Walters, and Chris Yee. And receiving their scholars pin for the first time, Carter Beswick, Matthew Deo, Zachary Colm, Alexi Lizen, Christopher Martin, Jacob Melamadov, Joshua Melamadov, Ethan Ritchie, Dutch Smith, Andy Yang, and Davide Zagra. Standing in second place and receiving the Silver Honors Medal and his scholar's pin for the first time, Alexander Jones. And standing in first place in the grade 6 class and receiving the Gold Honors Medal is Matthew Sun. Students, we ask you to please remain at the front as the next prizes are awarded. If your name is called, please approach Mr. Chow and Mrs. O'Hare. The Enriched French Prize and the Health and Physical Education Prize, Christopher Martin. The Visual Arts Prize and the Core French Prize to Bryce Neal. The Language Arts Prize, Matthew Deo. The Music Prize, Matthew Sun. The Science Prize, Nolan Michaelberger. The Social Studies Prize, Aiden Walters. And the Mathematics Prize, Michael Sun. The next prize is the Improvement Prize, This goes to the student who has made the greatest improvement in his learning skills average since June 2013. And the recipient of the Improvement Prize this year, with an improvement of 10%, is Jacob Ey. And finally, the Michael Hansen Award. In recognition of the student in grade 6 who exhibits the most conscientious work ethic and leadership development. This year, the award is presented to Davide Zadra. Congratulations to all of our grade 6 prize winners. You may now be seated. At this time, I would like to call upon grade 7 team leader, Mr. Adam Kowalchuk, to present the medals and prizes for the grade 7 class. Students, as your name is called, please come to the front and line up starting where Mr. Kowalchuk is standing, and remain standing until you are asked to be seated. There are going to be quite a few of you, so let's try and make space for each other. The first awards are for students who have earned either scholar status or the Academic Merit Award. Students receiving bronze honors medals are Mikey Bain, Jackie Goyle, Owen Laffey, and Joshua Osborne. Receiving their academic merit ties for the first time are Graham Stanley Paul and Mark Zhao. And receiving his scholar's pin for the first time, Bill Stark. The next awards are for students who have earned both scholar status and the Academic Merit Award. Receiving bronze honors medals are Spence Furman, Andrew Boland, Aiden Bradley, Justin Chiang, Thomas Childerhose, Sterling Cochran, Jacob Crocker, Ziyu Han, Jack Kenzit, Samir Kaki, come all the way to Mr. Kowalchuk, guys. Patrick Leclerc, Osher Lee, Ryan Lindsay, Colson Link, Jose Antonio Lopez Malo Villalon, Aria Mizrahi, Marshall Moore, Martin Skakov, Daniel Satekno, Jorge Carlos Soloya Camara, Ryan Sutherland Pace, Zaman Tejpar, Ben Van Eden, Joseph Walker, and Ryan Zhu. Receiving their academic merit tie and scholars pin for the first time, Jeffrey Sun. And receiving their academic merit tie for the first time, Chris Liu. And receiving their scholars pin for the first time, Ted Zhu. Standing in second place and receiving the Silver Honors Medal today, Willem Greer. And standing in first place in the grade 7 class and receiving the Gold Honors Medal is Andy Hahn. Students, please remain at the front for the next prizes to be awarded. If your name is called, please approach Mr. Kowalchuk. If you are seated and in the audience, please come to the platform. After you've received your prize, please stay at the front. The Core French Prize, the Visual Art Prize, the Win It Prize for English, which is awarded for proficiency in composition, grammar, spelling, and writing, are awarded to Andy Hahn. The Geography Prize, the Mathematics Prize, and the Music Prize are awarded to Osher Lee. The Science Prize and the History Prize are awarded to Willem Greer. The Health and Physical Education Prize is being awarded to Spence Berman. The Enriched French Prize is going to Samir Kafi. And the Improvement Prize for the student who has made the greatest improvement in his grade average since June 2013. This year, with an improvement of 5.5%, is Jackie Gorlick. The final award is the Grade 7 Award, and that goes to the student who best excels in studies, games, deportment, and character. The student who is being awarded the Grade 7 prize this year is Ryan Sutherland Pace. Congratulations to all of our Grade 7 prize winners. You may return to your seats. like to call on Mr. John Richardson, the grade 18 leader, to present the grade 8 prizes. Students, as your name is called, please come to the front and line up, starting where Mr. Richardson is standing. Please stay there until you're asked to be seated. The first awards are for students who have earned either scholar status or the Academic Merit Award. These students will be receiving the Bronze Honors Medal. They are Nicholas Badali, Hashem Balak, Braden Byers, Jaime Cordero Mestre, Andreas Gomez Ruiz, Dylan Henderson, Wells Carabin, Christopher Leung, Callum McPherson, James Munzenberger, Joshua Nguyen Yogli, Mark Polomidiotis, Braden Reed, J.P. Schnabel, Sajin Sethi, Enrique Solorzano Oberhauser, Tatian, who is not able to be with us today, and Warren Zhang. Receiving their academic merit tie for the first time, Ben Woodford. And receiving their scholars pin for the first time, George Brown and Braden Wang. Thank you, boys. We're going to ask that you go back to your seats and we're going to start the new crew. The next awards are for students. We're going to have these guys go back to their seats. There's going to be way too many up there. The next awards are for students who have earned both scholar status and the Academic Merit Award. These boys will be receiving an honors medal for academic excellence over the entire school year. Receiving bronze honors medals are Santiago Arzuaga Gallegos, Fausto Barón Castaneda, Parker Boland, David Bowen, Austin Brett, Nathan Chadzi, Ryan Collis, Jack Davies, Vladimir Diaghilev, Ewan Fox, Sebastian Giorgio Dara Goharchi, Joseph Grassa, Andrew Lugers, Riley Jackson, Branson Johnson, Michael Kirk, Dalton Lehman, Leo Lee, Alvaro Martinez del Campo Costemale, Will McHenry, Quest Roden, Eric Situ, Luke St. John, Ricky Tang, Juan Carlos Vasquez de Leon Ortega, William Wang, Peter Wu, and Jamie Yoon. And receiving his academic merit tie for the first time, Darren Wong. And receiving his scholars pin for the first time, Mauricio Saman Echeverria. Standing second in the grade 8 class and receiving the silver honors medal is Jorge Chedraui Abu. And standing first in the grade 8 class with a gold honors medal is Kevin Kwan. Students, please remain at the front for the next prizes to be awarded. If your name is called, please see Mr. Richardson. If you're seated in the audience, please come to the platform. The Science Prize, the Visual Arts Prize, the Music Prize, the Kildare Campbell English Prize, which is awarded for proficiency in composition, grammar, spelling, and writing. These awards go to Kevin Kwan. The Geography Prize and the Enriched French Prize are awarded to Jorge Chedraui Abu. The Core French Prize, Fausto Baron Castaneda. The Health and Physical Education Prize, Will McHenry. The History Prize, Michael Kerr. The Grade 8 Mathematics Prize, Santiago Arzuega Gallegos. The Grade 9 Mathematics Prize, Jamie Yoon. The Bruce B. King Memorial Improvement Prize goes to a student who has made the greatest improvement in his grade average since June of 2013. A loyal Andrian, Mr. King was a student at St. Andrews College from 1911 to 1922. The Bruce B. King Memorial Improvement Prize with an improvement of 7.7 percentage points goes to Dara Koharchi. Congratulations to all of our grade 8 prize winners. You may return to your seats. I would now like to call upon the headmaster, Mr. Kevin McHenry, to present the headmaster honor roll. These students in grades 7 and 8 have achieved 85% or more in every subject. Students, as your name is called, please come to the front. Parents, please hold your applause until all the names have been called. This year's headmaster's honor roll: Spence Berman, Jorge Chedraui Aboud. Willem Greer. Ziyu Han. Andy Han. Samir Kaki. Kevin Kwan. Osher Lee. Will McHenry. Marshall Moore. Daniel Satekno. Ryan Sutherland Pace. The following boys are receiving their headmaster's tie for the very first time. Santiago Arzuega, Justin Chiang, and Ryan Lindsay. Congratulations, gentlemen. You may now be seated. At this time, I would like to honor our current and incoming middle school council. Would Mr. Biazzi and the members of this year's middle school council please come to the front. The members of the middle school council are chosen by both the faculty and their peers to play a leadership role in the life of middle school. Gentlemen, I would like to thank you for your leadership that you've provided this past year. Your cooperation, spirit, and friendship have been an example to future middle school council members. Mr. Biazzi, I would like to also thank you for leading this group of individuals. Please remain at the front while we announce the 8 members of the Middle School Council for 2014-2015. When your name is called, please come forward to receive your Middle School Council crest. Members of the 2014-2015 Middle School Council are Spence Berman, Andy Hahn, Samir Kaki, Osher Lee, Colson Link, Marshall Moore, Daniel Satekno, and Ryan Sutherland Pace. Congratulations, gentlemen. You may now return to your seats, and we will proceed with our special school prizes. Our first special school prize will be presented by Dr. Sue Hayter. The Middle School Reading Prize is awarded to a student who has read the greatest number of books in the middle school reading program during the school year. This award is a collaborative initiative between the Towers Library and Middle School Academic Program to promote and support literacy among our students and to encourage students to become lifelong readers. This year, the Middle School Reading Prize goes to Brendan O'Brien. I would like to call Reverend Bruce Rafi to present our Community Service Award. The Bilal Rajan Hands for Help Community Service Award is presented to the grade 8 student who has devoted the most hours to noteworthy community service, projects, and services. This year, the grade 8 student who is the recipient of this award is James Munzenberger. At this time, I would like to call on the Chairman of the Board of Governors, Mr. Michael Sifton, to present the Chairman's Public Speaking Competition Award. This award is to recognize the winner of our annual middle school public speaking contest. And this year, this award goes to grade 7 student, Joseph Walker. You get the small trophy. I would like to call upon Mrs. Robin O'Hare, grade 6 core teacher, to present the middle school public speaking competition award. This award is to recognize the winner of the grade 5 and grade 6 middle school public speaking competition. This year, the award goes to Joshua Melamadub. I would like to call upon Mr. Dana Ingalls to come forward to present the next prize. You've been working hard for this one all years, guys. The Thomas A. Hawken Trophy for Middle School Clan Competition. This award is presented to the middle school clan that has acquired the most clan points amongst its members. Second place goes to Montrose Clan. Third place goes to Wallace Clan. And this year's winner, with captains Dylan Appleby and Nathan Chadsey, the Bruce Clan. Good work, guys. I would like to call Mrs. Emma Porter to present the Robert Mihar Language Arts Award. This award goes to the student of the middle school whose first language is neither English nor French and who makes outstanding progress in either of Canada's official languages. This year, the award, this boy has worked so hard. This year, the award goes to Eric Jang. The next award will be presented by our grade 8 language arts teacher, Mr. David Kyle. Mr. Kyle will be presenting the Brian R. Mitchell Award. This award is for proficiency in junior debating. Mr. Mitchell was the school's top debater in his graduating class of 1977. I'm so pleased to announce that grade 7 student Joseph Walker is the recipient of this award. Presenting the next award is Mr. Paul Tatera, the Assistant Housemaster in McDonald House. Mr. Tatera will be presenting the King Memorial Trophy. And this award is presented to the boy living in McDonald House who most excels in studies, games, deportment, and character. And this year, the award is going to Willem Greer. The next prizes will be awarded by the Board of Governor member, Mr. Jim McLaughlin. Mr. Jim McLaughlin will be presenting the Colonel Tilston Award. This year, there is a recipient in each grade. This award honors the students who, in the opinion of the faculty, have set the best example in their class for effort, persistency, and tenacity in their studies and in all other school activities. Colonel Frederick A. Tilston merited the Victoria Cross, the highest military honor of the British Commonwealth, for his courage under fire, on March 1st, 1945. Grade 5 recipient of the Colonel Tilston Award goes to Charlie McDonald. The grade 6 recipient of the Colonel Tilston Award goes to Bryce Neal. The grade 7 recipient of the Colonel Tilston Award this year goes to Joshua Osborne. And finally, the grade 8 student will be receiving the Colonel Tilston Award today, Ryan Collis. I would like to ask Headmaster Mr. Kevin McHenry to come up and present the Roy H.M. Lowndes Prize. This prize goes to the student in grade 8 who best excels in studies, games, deportment, and character. Mr. Lowndes was a student here from 1906 to 1912 and was a dedicated member of the Andrian community. This year, the award will be presented to Jorge Chadrawi Abreu. That closes the the awards and prizes portion of the ceremony, but I would now like to call up our valedictorian, Will McHenry.
Good afternoon. Mr. Sifton, honored board members, Headmaster McHenry, middle school faculty, parents, family, and friends, fellow middle school students, and finally, the grade 8 graduating students. My name is Will McHenry, and I've been asked to deliver the class of 2018's middle school valedictory address. It was a huge honor to be named the valedictorian until I found out I needed to write a speech, and also, to make things worse, my parents made me get a haircut yesterday. So, anyway, today is the day where we look back in the past 1, 2, or 3 years into the middle school, and we celebrate the experiences we have had at St. Andrews. We congratulate ourselves on a job well done, committing ourselves to our studies, to our extracurricular activities, and to the friendships we have made here. We also look ahead to the opportunity that awaits us in upper school, or in whatever direction life leads us on from today. For most of us, when we received our acceptance to the school, it was accompanied by a brand new middle school tie. When I was putting this valedictory address together, I started to think about my middle school tie and how much he has experienced with me at SAC. That's right, Mr. Kyle. I am going to use a little bit of personification in my speech. My middle school tie is a person, animal, or object regarded as representing or embodying a quality, concept, or thing. If our middle school ties could talk, they would tell you how nervous we all were at New Boy Orientation Day. They spent the day learning to use our laptops, finding classrooms, meeting classmates, and for some of us, moving into Mac House. No matter what grade, it was a fun new start to and an exciting new adventure for all of us. The ties could tell you about our first official day of classes, when our ties met our blazers and gray flannels for the first time. The excitement of new subjects and classrooms and meeting incredible teachers. It didn't take us long to get the swing of things around here, to become Andrians and to become a part of the Brotherhood. We've also learned Andrian lingo that others cannot understand, such as demerits, platoons, Latin grace, an orphan laptop, open classrooms, gatings, spring smash, and clans. This is why we are so different from other schools. During our time in middle school, we've been introduced to so many SAC traditions and events that were both fun and meaningful. Who could forget homecoming, the cross-country race, carol service, middle school music night, the St. Andrews luncheon, I love that haggis, but my brother didn't eat any, so. The McPherson tournament, Beyond the Gates, the church parade, the cadet inspection, and my favorite, the trip to Great Wolf Lodge. These are all of the events we will remember for a very long time into the future. Sometimes our ties came along to these events, and sometimes they stayed home, and sometimes they wandered off with their friends to Lost and Found box. Just like these ones. So I have a few in here, and one of them belongs to Mark Polamidio. The next one is from, oh wow, this one's a shocker. It's Wells Carabin. This one seems to have a long paragraph on it. It's, hello, you have found my tie. It would be greatly appreciated if you return this at once. My cell number is 905-727-8394. If you cannot reach me at this number, I will be available at my home phone number, 905-727-6563. I will be sure to respond in the next 24 hours if I cannot pick up the phone. Well, there's like tons more writing here, but I don't want you to read it, so we'll keep on going. Finally, the last tie is pretty funny because it's not a grade 8 student, and we seem to be the least organized out of all of them. And I can't read the handwriting. It seems to either be Kieran Walters or Dylan Appleby. Okay. As we graduate from grade 8, it's also day of goodbyes. Goodbye to good friends and classmates who will be leaving SAC for new adventures next year. I would especially like to wish our many Mexican friends the very best in the future. Buena suerte. We have enjoyed your company immensely, and you've sure made the middle school dances smell a lot better too. Please feel free to invite me for a March break sometime. The grade 8 class says goodbye to Mr. Eby. Best wishes at your new school. We will sure miss your dunks. Goodbye to sit-down lunches, which would include many meals of very delicious Caesar salad. I remember in grade 6 when Miss Berman always tried to put one leaf on my plate and I would never eat it. Thanks for trying though. Goodbye to Rogers Hall. And also, this one's the worst one for all of us. Goodbye to recess. Today we recognize that we've come a long way to graduate from grade 8. None of us did this alone. There were many people helping us out along the way. First, I'd like to thank many people who keep SAC running smoothly. The maintenance crew, the caretaking staff, the dining hall staff, and the administrative staff of our school, who make sure that we have a place to learn that is caring and well cared for. Miss Burson, our middle school admin assistant, is always friendly and makes sure we are kept organized and happy. Thanks to Miss D'Angelo and Mr. Biazzi for their hard work in leading us through a fun year. Of course, we need to give a huge thank you to all of our teachers in the middle school. At this time, I'd like to make a couple of presentations to some teachers. Could I ask the following teachers to approach the podium? Mr. Kowalchuk, Mr. Eby, Mr. Kyle, and Mr. McPherson. So first, for Mr. Kowalchuk, we have a little gift for him to help him out with his coffee addiction. Mr. Eby, here is something to get you stronger so you can someday come back and be strong enough to beat Greg in an arm wrestle. Mr. Kyle, here is your homework back. This includes the Hunger Game definitions. Mr. McPherson. Branson Johnson has officially asked me to present this to you, this ankle tape, for your broken ankles that he displayed in gym class. From the grade 8 class. thank you very much to all the amazing middle school faculty. And now, if I could ask the graduating class to please stand up for a moment. Finally, and most importantly, I hope that the grade 8 class will thank our families and parents for supporting us by sending us to this great school. We are very lucky and fortunate to be given this opportunity to attend St. Andrews College, and here's a show of our gratitude. Thanks, grads. Please be seated. During our time in middle school, we have worked hard to become the mission of the school, the complete man, the well-rounded citizen. Perhaps where we have gotten so far is rather, the complete boy, the well-rounded citizen, even though some of those boys can grow beards, such as Luke and Raoul. As we enter upper school, wherever that may be, at SAC or somewhere else, I challenge you, as I will challenge myself, to carry on your quest to work on becoming the complete man, while you focus on your studies, forge new friendships, try new things, and volunteer time to those in need. And if we step out of our comfort zone to better ourselves and our community, a lot of the time it won't be easy. Sometimes we won't succeed on at our first try at something. We need to take the advice from this old Japanese proverb. Fall 7 times, stand up the 8th. Some really insightful person once said, once you graduate middle school, you get to high school, and then it starts all over again. If that's the case, I can't wait to get started. It's been awesome up to now. I spent some time talking this afternoon about the adventures and some memories that we've had from our time in middle school at St. Andrews. I've talked about our middle school ties on the journey with us through it all. And now it's time to tie it all up. Are you still listening, Mr. Kyle? That was a pun. We are ready to move on, ready to embark on our next challenge. And although we can be sentimental about all the good memories we've created so far, it's time. Our middle school ties have served their purpose, their job is done. Look ahead to what is on the horizon and grab hold of the possibilities. It's all so shiny and new, just like my new upper school tie. I'm ready to tie this one on. Congratulations, fellow graduates, and thank you for the honor.
Thanks, very well done. At this time, we would like to offer our presentation of the graduate certificates. I'd like to call Mr. Trevor Biazzi and Mr. David Kyle, who will introduce the grade 8s. The comments that these gentlemen will be reading have been written by the students themselves and are a summary of their experience. Boys, when your name is called, please come forward, receive your certificate, and be welcomed to the upper school by Mr. Courtney Shrimpton.
Hunter Appleby. Hunter enjoyed middle school very much this year. He has excelled in every aspect of learning and sports, both inside and out. In the first term, he was on the cross-country team. For the second term, he did his favorite sport at the school, the ski team. He started that term with lots of hard work, 3 days a week for 20 minutes a day, and it all paid off when he won the MVP award and came first at a ski race at Mansfield. For the third term, he played rugby and was a winger. Hunter would like to thank his parents for the support they gave him during the school year. Hunter was the captain of the ski team 2 years in a row and won the Smile Award during his first year at St. Andrews for always having a smile on his face.
Santiago Arzuaga Gallegos. This is Santiago's first and last year at SAC. Santiago had a great time being a boarder at McDonald House. One of the things Santiago enjoyed the most during this year was to be part of the U14 soccer team. He had a really good time with his teammates and coach. He would like to thank his teachers, housemasters, and coaches for everything they did for him. He would also like to thank his parents for giving him the opportunity to attend such a great school.
Nicholas Badali. Nick has been attending St. Andrews College since grade 6. His best memory is Beyond the Gates. He is looking forward to upper school sports and hanging out with his friends. Nick would like to thank his parents for sending him to such a great school.
Hashim Bowett. This was Hashim's second, final, and best year in the middle school. He hopes to have the same or an even better academic standing in upper school. Hashim believes that the greatest goal he achieved was learning to swim. This was accomplished in the Learn to Swim program. Hashim then joined the swim team and improved his swimming skills and competed in many meets. His best memories were having fun with his friends at Great Wolf Lodge. Hashim would like to say thank you to his parents for sending him here, and he would also like to thank all of his teachers for leading the way.
Fausto Baron Castaneda. Fausto is a grade 8 Mexican student here at St. Andrews. This is his first and last year at St. Andrews, where he went through unforgettable experiences. He was part of the U16B soccer team where they won the championship. His other favorite sports experiences were when he was on both the alpine skiing and track teams, which was much more interesting than he thought. He wants to thank his parents for giving him this opportunity. He also wants to thank his teachers and advisors who helped him in many ways, and also his housemasters in McDonald House.
Parker Ballon. Parker's favorite moment in middle school was last year at the end of grade 7 when Austin Wells, Mark, and Ewan convinced him to go on the Pima in the Leviathan at Canada's Wonderland. His funniest moment was when the U14 hockey team was practicing and Connor, skating full speed, tripped over the blue line and crashed into the boards. Parker would like to thank his advisor, Mr. E.B., for a great year and his parents for giving him the experience of going to SAC.
David Bowen. This was David's first year at St. Andrews College. His best memories were learning how to become a good volleyball player and eventually winning MVP honors. He also enjoyed skipping out on completing every smart music assignment this term. David is looking forward to seeing everyone back from summer vacation for another exciting year at SAC. Finally, he would like to thank his parents for providing him with this unbelievable opportunity.
Austin Brett. Austin has thoroughly enjoyed his 2 years at SAC. Beyond the Gates was a great way to start the year, and he made many new friends and memories. He was very pleased to participate in middle school council, but the U14 hockey scene was one to remember. He cherished every moment, especially the last-minute win over UCC. Austin would like to thank his parents for allowing him the opportunity to attend SAC, and he's looking forward to making even more memories in upper school starting next year.
George Brown. This was George's first year at St. Andrews College. His highlights were the Beyond the Gates trip, messing around with his friends, and sports. George would like to thank all his teachers, friends, and guardians. He would also like to say a special thanks to Mrs. Smith and his mom, Catherine Sigmar.
Braden Byers. This was Braden's third year in the middle school. He hopes to maintain his academic standing in the upper school. And Braden greatly enjoyed competing on the squash and softball teams. His best memories were at Beyond the Gates, homecoming, and music night. He will especially miss his non-returning classmates, but is still greatly looking forward to the new challenges and opportunities the next year will bring. He wants to say thank you to all of his middle school teachers, parents, and friends for their constant support.
Nathan Chadsey. This is Nathan's second year at St. Andrews College. The past 2 years that he has been at SAC have been the two best of his life. He has enjoyed helping as a clan captain, organizing events. He has also enjoyed all of his classes, especially math, where he discovered just how tiring math contests are. He would like to thank his parents for supporting him through everything and giving him the opportunity to come to St. Andrews.
Jorge Chedraui Abud. This was Jorge's last year at St. Andrews College. He enjoyed being part of the middle school and Mac House councils. His best experiences were meeting people from all over the world and other parts of Mexico. Sports and academics were Jorge's favorite part. Or his goal for this year was to win the U16 soccer championship, and he achieved it with all of his teammates. He wants to thank all of his teachers and housemasters for all the support they gave him. He especially wants to thank his parents for giving him the opportunity to attend St. Andrews, which he was happy to take advantage of.
Ryan Collis. Ryan entered middle school in grade 6 and enjoyed his 3 years. He would like to thank his mom and dad for being supportive every year. Ryan joined middle school council this year, and it has taught him the values of how to be a good leader. He's excited to enter upper school and hopes to join more leadership groups.
Jaime Cordero Mestre. This is Jaime's first final and best year in middle school. Jaime enjoyed both the alpine ski and track and field teams while participating in the guideship committee. He will especially miss all the boarders and day boys for their many friendships. He appreciates the opportunity his parents gave him to attend SAC. He wants to say thank you to all of his middle school teachers. He also wants to thank his parents and friends for their great support.
Stephen Dare. This was Stephen's second year in the middle school. He really enjoyed the U14 hockey games and U14 lacrosse. He enjoyed Spring Smash and his Beyond the Gates adventure, especially the canoe trip. He really liked meeting all the new boys and getting closer with them. His favorite part of the year was Great Wolf Lodge, rooming with Will McHenry, Cam Hillis, and Luke St. John. Stephen will miss all of the boys that aren't coming back next year. Steve would also like to thank his teachers, his advisor, Mrs. Ramon, and all the boys for such a good year.
Jack Davies. Jack had a great time in the middle school for the last 3 years. He enjoyed making new friends, doing well in school, and learning to play the electric bass. We'd like to thank his parents and teachers for their support and encouragement, and wishes all his friends great success in the future.
Fernando de la Parra Navarro. This year, Fernando had lots of fun with his new experience at St. Andrews. He really enjoyed the sports that he was involved in, which were U16 soccer and U16 rugby. He made amazing friends and is really thankful for them. He is also really thankful to his parents who gave him the opportunity to enjoy this experience. Fernando learned a lot this year and he's looking forward to seeing everybody again sometime soon, either here at St. Andrews or down in Mexico.
Vladimir Diaghilev. This was Vladdy's first and only year in the middle school. During that time, he enjoyed the sports, participating on volleyball, swimming, and track teams. He hopes to have an even better academic standing next year in the upper school. Vladdy's best memories of the year were Beyond the Gates, winning a volleyball game, and getting better at breaststroke and swimming. He wants to thank all of the middle school staff for their generous help, as well as his parents. He hopes everyone has fun over the summer and wishes them good luck for next year.
Ewan Fox. Ewan has been at St. Andrews College for 3 years. His funniest moment came when he got all tangled up in a volleyball net during a U14 volleyball game. His best sports experience was winning the CISA championship for U14 volleyball in grade 6 and winning the consolation finals in the U13 case basketball tournament at Crescent School in grade 7. Ewan's favorite moment in middle school was being elected to the middle school council. He would like to thank his parents, teachers, friends, and all of his advisors for the great experiences he has had.
Sebastian Giorgio. This is Sebastian's, aka Seabass, second year at St. Andrews College. His funniest memory was when he watched Dalton Lehman dive into a puddle of mud to save a soccer ball. His greatest sports moment was when the U14 B soccer team was called the B Team Beauties. His greatest memory was at Beyond the Gates in grade 7 during the overnight campout, and he would like to thank his parents and his grandparents for sending him here. Also, he would like to thank his teachers, coaches, and advisors for helping him over the years that he's attended.
Dara Goharchi. This is Dara's third and final year in middle school. Dara hopes to achieve an even better academic standing next year. Dara really enjoyed playing volleyball, basketball, and track and field. His favorite moment in SAC sports was when his team beat St. Mike's by 2 points. He also enjoyed beating UCC for the first time. Dara is currently a part of the middle school band and jazz band, and he looks forward to joining the upper school band next year. Dara would like to thank all his middle school teachers and friends for all of their support.
Andres Gomez Ruiz. Capello enjoyed his middle school year very much as a boarder in McDonald House. Andreas had a very good time with all his friends and classmates. His favorite thing this year was sports, and he did very well in all 3 terms, playing soccer, squash, and rugby. Andreas learned a lot of things at this school and with its amazing teachers and advisory group. Andreas has perhaps the best experience in his life here. We'd also like to thank his parents who gave him this amazing opportunity and supported him during his challenging times.
Alejandro Gosen Caran. Alejandro is a student from Mexico. He earned a place on the U16 football team as a defensive back, and he made the U16 rugby team. His favorite moment was in a rugby game versus TCS when his team trailed 18-10 and finished with a 24-18 victory. He would like to thank his parents for giving him this opportunity, his advisor, and all his teachers for all of their support.
Joseph Gratza. This is Joseph's first year at St. Andrews. His funniest experience is when his team was down 8-1 in soccer and Dalton Lehman was trying to make saves in the mud. There's a theme there. His best sports experience was when he scored the winning goal in the finals for soccer. He was on the U14B soccer team, U14 squash, U14 tennis. Some people he would like to thank are his parents for their support that they've given him and his friends and his teachers.
Dylan Henderson. Dylan loved middle school and is very eager to see what the upper school brings. He enjoyed MAC Council, U14 lacrosse, and Mr. Kyle's English class. He looks forward to upper school lacrosse, new classes, and overall being in high school. Academically, his average was not too high nor too low, and he was proud to earn his learning skills tag. Finally, he would like to thank his parents for letting him come to such an amazing place.
Cameron Hillis. Hillsauce's experience at St. Andrews College this year has been terrific. He didn't know what to expect when he started grade 8 last fall in a new school, living in residence. It has made Cameron become more responsible and better at managing his time between academics and sports. Cam knows he couldn't have achieved the success he had without the help from all his teachers and advisors, as well as the support from his loving family. Cameron is one lucky guy who wouldn't want to go to school anywhere else.
Andrew Hoogers. This is Andrew's second year at St. Andrews, and he has enjoyed both academics and athletics. His favorite part of the day was always lunch recess when he could hang out with his friends. Andrew would like to thank his mom and dad for sending him to St. Andrews College. He is looking forward to grade 9.
John Hopkinson. J-Hop has been at St. Andrews for 3 years. His funniest memory was when Cal McPherson fell into the creek during grade 6 geography class. His best sports experiences were when he won the CISA Volleyball Championship in grade 6 and when the U14 hockey team went to the semifinals and lost in overtime. John's favorite moment by far was the day he was accepted into St. Andrews. It changed his life. John would like to thank his grandparents for all their support and giving him the opportunity to go to St. Andrews. John's looking forward to going to the upper school and starting a new chapter of his life in boarding and in high school.
Connor Ely. Connor has been at St. Andrews College since grade 6. His favorite sports experience was when his team won the championship for U14 volleyball versus St. Mike's. His funniest moment was when he hit Parker Boland 3 times during U14 hockey tryouts without even meaning to. Sorry, Parker. His favorite moment was beyond the gates in grade 8. He would like to thank his teachers and his parents for sending him to school here.
Riley Jackson. This is Riley's second, final, and best year at middle school. He hopes to maintain the same academic standing as he has now. He's in the upper school. Riley greatly enjoyed the Beyond the Gates trip and the McPherson hockey tournament, as well as participating on the rugby team. His best memories are of homecoming, spring smash, and the Great Wolf Lodge trip. He would like to thank the middle school faculty for giving him an unmatched learning experience.
Jang. Eric had a great year at St. College. He very much enjoyed being one of Mr. Lewis's advisees in 803 and boarding in McDonald House. Eric had a great time participating in the Math Olympics along with 7 other students at Holy Trinity School. He enjoyed the extra problem-solving training with Mr. Lewis, and his team did well and came in 5th place. Eric would like to thank Mr. Lewis for all of the support that he gave him through the year as his advisor and his teacher. The best sport that Eric ever tried was squash. Playing on Mr. Bedard's team was the first time that he ever played the sport, and he learned fast and loved it. He also won for the first time at Ridley College. Eric really enjoyed the piping program. He quickly learned and is looking forward to earning his bagpipes soon. Eric loved playing piano in the Staunton Gallery. He found it very relaxing. It was a very fun and happy year for Eric, and he enjoyed every second.
Branson Johnson. This was Branson's second year at SAC. He participated in the soccer, basketball, and lacrosse teams. He had a great last year in the middle school and will miss all the great things it has to offer, like recess. He's very excited and looking forward to upper school. His favorite times include Beyond the Gates and Spring Smash. These were a blast. Branson hopes to do as well academically in upper school as he's done this year.
Wells Carabin. Wells enjoyed his 3 years in middle school very much. This year he enjoyed being a clan captain and playing rugby. He would like to thank his mom and dad for this wonderful opportunity. He would also like to thank Mr. McPherson for being a great advisor. He is very excited to enter upper school next year. One of his most memorable moments was at Vaughan Mills with Ricky, Mark, and Labs.
Kevin Kwan. Kevin's attended St. Andrews since grade 6 and has enjoyed going to school ever since. Some of his highlights include going to his first music fest in grade 6 with the middle school band and winning triple gold, as well as going to his first Beyond the Gates trip. Kevin looks forward to new opportunities in the upper school, such as joining the Wind Ensemble and new leadership opportunities. We would like to say thank you to his parents for giving him the chance to attend such a wonderful school, and to thank his supporting teachers that helped guide him through his middle school career.
Michael Kirk. Michael's a new boy at St. Andrews. He participated heavily in various bands and denied that he is a ginger, which he isn't. He crushed everyone in math except Peter Wu. Darn you, Peter Wu. Michael loves playing lacrosse, especially when he gets to slash his roommate Dylan with a 6-foot-long metal pole. Overall, Michael's had a good experience at St. Andrews and is looking forward to coming back next year.
Lucas Lavaliere. This is Lucas's second year at St. Andrews. He's really enjoyed living in Mac House because he always gets to be around his friends. There's always something fun to do. He's enjoyed playing on many sports teams this year, including softball, soccer, and hockey. His favorite sports memory was going to the CISA Championship for softball. His funniest memory was laughing on the balcony at carol service with his friends. He would like to thank his parents for giving him the opportunity to attend here, and says a warm adios to his Mexican friends.
Raul Leon Arun. This was Raul's first and last year at St. Andrews College. He is very sad to leave behind all of these good memories that he's made. He wants to thank his parents for giving him the opportunity to attend this great school and wishes to thank all of his teachers and friends for giving him one of the best years of his life.
Dalton Lehman. This is Dalton's third year at SAC, and he loves each year more than the last. For the first term, he was on the U14B soccer team, then U14 hockey, and for his final term, U14 rugby. Dalton's funniest memory was winning the grade 6 history class cardboard boat regatta in dramatic fashion with teammate Wells Carabin. Dalton's favorite memory was piping on the ice for the first time with the senior pipe band at this year's McPherson tournament. Dalton would like to thank his grandparents for giving him the opportunity to attend SAC, as well as his parents for their encouragement, support, and the endless driving. Also, a big thank you to his teachers for the past 3 years.
Christopher Leung. Christopher enjoyed his 3 years of middle school very much. He would like to thank his mom and dad for sacrificing so much to let him go to such a prestigious school. Christopher would like to also thank his brother for helping him work harder. Christopher's favorite moment was going to Wonderland, regardless of the fact that he has acrophobia.
Leo Mao Lee. Leo's second year at St. Andrews has been a lot of fun and extremely great. In these 2 years, he joined U13 soccer team, U14 badminton for 2 times, as well as U13 and U14 basketball teams. In these 2 years, the best moment was when we beat St. Michael's College by 1 point. It's probably the greatest game ever in middle school. And he thanks his mom, dad, and all his teachers.
Baron Liu. Baron has been at St. Andrews College for 3 years now. Baron's funniest moment was in grade 6 at Beyond the Gates when he woke up with his roommate sleepwalking, yelling, "Monster, monster, monster!" Baron's best sports experience was when he scored his first point on the basketball team. Unfortunately, it was in his own net. Sports teams that Baron has been on include fencing, basketball, and badminton. Baron would also like to thank his parents for bringing him to this school. He would also like to thank all of his advisors who have helped him reach this day.
Calvin McPherson. Calvin's been at SAC since grade 6. His best memories during those 3 years were Beyond the Gates, and as you heard before, falling into the campus Shads River in grade 6. Callum is looking forward to being able to have more freedom in the upper school. We'd like to thank his teachers, peers, and parents for their constant support.
Benjamin Mai. This was Ben's first year at St. Andrews College. He was a boarder this year. He joined the U14 soccer team, U14 squash team, and U14 badminton team. He had a great time and would like to thank his parents and his housemasters for keeping him safe and for being rather friendly. During the middle school, he made lots of friends and enjoyed some new sports. The year was pretty successful for Ben, and he can't wait to come back next year. Thank you. He's not here.
Alvaro Martinez del Campo Costamao. For Alvaro, this year was one of the best years of his life. He enjoyed every sport he was involved in, especially soccer. Even though his team lost in the semifinals in overtime, they had a really good season. In squash, Alvaro was really successful. His team, the white team, came second at the CISA Championships. Boarding was one of the aspects that he enjoyed the most. He always had a good time in Macos. Academics for Alvaro were a success as well. He was very proud to win the Academic Merit and Scholars Awards. We'd like to thank all of the middle school teachers, especially his advisor, Mr. Lewis, for always being there when he needed something, and Mr. Kyle for being not just a teacher and coach, but also a friend. Finally, Alvaro would like to thank his parents for giving him this great opportunity.
William McHenry. This was Will's third year in the middle school. It was also his best. Will really enjoyed all 3 terms of sports, U14A soccer, U14 hockey, and U14 softball. He was part of many committees as well, including Guyship and Middle School Council. All of these co-curricular programs were very fun for him. His favorite events of the year included Spring Smash, Homecoming, and the McPherson Hockey Tournament. He would like to say goodbye to all of the non-returning students from this year, but also looks forward to a great new year in the upper school with many new friends and opportunities. He hopes that upper school will be just as much fun as his middle school years have been. He would like to thank every member of staff at St. Andrews for making it a great year. He also would like to thank his family for giving him the opportunity to go to this amazing school.
Patrick McLaughlin. Patrick wrote a small book here, so I'll jump right into it. Patrick's year at St. Andrews has been very great. The first week was very weird. He was so used to the schedule of his old school that when he came into the school, he had no clue what was going on. After the first couple of weeks, he began to realize that this was going to be a really good year. The family helped him out a lot. His dad was always at his side, encouraging him, even when he got really bad marks or something bad happened in school. His sisters also helped him by making him laugh when he was upset or helping him with something he didn't understand in his homework. His mom played the most important role in Patrick's success this year. She would stay up with him half the night doing some sort of homework that was due the next day. Or even when he studied for a test, she was the person who printed off every single note, page, PowerPoint, and worksheet. Patrick's parents always say that they have gone to kindergarten to grade 8 because of all the effort they put into trying to make him succeed. Last but not least, he wants to thank his friends from his old school and at SAC. They've always had his back. When he was down, they helped him back up. This, to Patrick, was the definition of brotherhood. He would also like to thank his teachers for always believing that he could succeed. It may have been a challenge to get him focused in class, but he wants them to know that he appreciates everything they've done for him.
James Munzenberger. James is one happy fellow. He really enjoyed Beyond the Gates and going to Canada's Wonderland. He is looking forward to getting creamed in U16 football next year. He would like to thank his parents for helping him get through the many all-night study sessions. James would also like to thank Mr. Kyle for existing and for helping him get through the good and bad times.
Joshua Winyogi. This was Joshua's first, and it was quite an enjoyable year. Joshua's funniest moment was when Dalton splashed across the court in basketball. His best moment was when he and Fausto caught up with the other relay teams at St. Mike's after one of their teammates finished his lap very badly. Joshua's favorite moment was when he came up with a stand-up comedy routine in English class and made his class laugh. Finally, he'd like to thank all of his teachers for sticking by him.
Jose Olivar Rodriguez. Jose Olivar is a one-year boarding student from Mexico. His favorite memory was when he went to Mount Tremblant with his friends. His best sports moment was winning the U16 soccer championship and learning how to play squash, where he ended up being ranked first and winning the MVP award. His favorite moment was meeting all sorts of new people and making really good friends, as well as learning how to play ice hockey and lacrosse. He wants to thank his parents and his brother and everybody who made this year so special. He also wants to thank his housemasters and his advisors.
Mark Lenidiotis. This prize day celebrates the end of Mark's third and final year at St. Andrews College Middle School. During these years, his funniest memory was during the last math class in grade 7 when he played soccer with a broken can. His best sports experience was being on the B-Team Beauties, especially when Big Joe scored that goal that clinched third place. Best season ever, guys. He would like to thank his parents for this great opportunity and all the fun memories that did not make the list.
Christopher Porpat. This was Chris's second and final year in the middle school. He has had a wonderful time participating in lots of different activities. His sports were soccer, squash, and lacrosse. Chris's favorite memories of middle school were Beyond the Gates, Spring Smash, and Great Wolf Lodge. He has enjoyed all the times in middle school and all the adventures he has had. He would like to thank all of his teachers, and he would also like to thank the former director of middle school, Mr. Hansen.
Braden Reed. Brady arrived in grade 6 because grade 5 didn't exist at St. Andrews at that time. Brady stayed at St. Andrews until now because of his promised graduation gift. Brady would like to thank his mom and dad, unless they refuse to give him that graduation gift. He would also like to thank his brother Bowen. Brady's favorite part of all 3 years were exams, or the 3 years of trips, which were a close second. Brady thanks you if you are actually paying attention, if you are awake, if you are even here at this point. He also won't be surprised if someone has done one of these things by the time the teacher reads out the students whose last names start with R.
Luis Alberto Rivera Munoz. Luis is quite good at sports, even though he only scored once the whole soccer season. He missed the bus for the first golf tournament and accidentally hit the side of a train with a golf ball in the second tournament. At the beginning of the season, he was asked to do another sport when the golf season started, so he decided to try for tennis. But when the season started, Luis never officially left the tennis team, so he practiced with both teams and played in all of the tournaments.
Quest Rodin. Quest has just completed his first year at St. Andrews. He really enjoyed the school's athletics, where he took part in cross-country, U14 hockey, and U14 lacrosse teams. We would like to thank his coaches for pushing him to achieve greatness. He also enjoyed the academic side of the school year, where he learned many new things, and would like to thank his teachers. Quest earned both his Merit Tie and Scholars Pin this year. He was also awarded the Middle School Cadet of the Year. Quest would like to thank his parents for giving him the privilege of coming to SAC.
Maurizio Salmon Echeverria. Mauricio's one and only year at SAC was full of highlights and has definitely been the best year of his life so far. All the friends, teachers, and every single person at SAC will have a place in his memory. He especially loved Andrian sports. He was captain and MVP for U14 soccer with a coach who he cherished, Mr. Kyle. Maurizio also discovered a couple of sports that he is now passionate about, squash and rugby, the second of which showed him how close a team can be. Maurizio loved to interact with the community and loved to be part of the Guyship Committee and Visual Arts program. When you live with your classmates, you have dinner and fights with them, they become your brothers. Maurizio considers everyone at SAC his brothers for life. He wants to say thanks to all the staff, students, and especially his parents.
JP Schnabel. Years that JP spent at St. Andrews, his funniest memory was when he and Mark were walking around the back of the school, found an expensive bicycle hidden in the bush. JP's favorite sports moment was signing up for the U14B soccer team. It was a team of misfits. Soon after the team was formed, it was dubbed the B Team Beauties, and they used the slogan, quote, half the running, twice the fun. He would like to thank all three of his advisors and all of his teachers for a great year, and most importantly, his parents.
Sajjan Sethi. Sajjan enjoyed his 3 years in the middle school. He would like to thank his parents very much for giving him the opportunity to come to this school. He would also like to thank his brother Taryn for telling him what to avoid and what to do. Sajjan's main highlights are being captain of the U14 rugby team, getting into the pipes and drums group, reaching the headmaster's honor roll in 2 terms, always getting scholars, and being on a sports team every term. He would also like to congratulate Dalton Lehman and Parker Boland for being 2 of the 4 people in history to get his name right the first time they met him. Every teacher failed to get it right the first time. Mr. Kyle still can't get it right. Finally, Saj would like to thank his parents again for this incredible opportunity.
That's dark humor, Saj. Julian Satino has attended St. Andrews College since grade 6. He has 2 older brothers who graduated from SAC. Julian enjoyed his 3 years of middle school. Julian would like to thank his mom and dad for everything they've done for him.
Eric Situ. This was Eric's second and final year in the middle school. He hopes that his academics will be even better in the upper school. Eric enjoyed swimming and rugby and had a lot of fun in the Learn to Swim program. His best memories are from Spring Smash on the slide and how much fun he had with his friends. He will miss all the friends that won't return next year, but is very excited about going to upper school. He wants to say thank you to all of the teachers and coaches that have taught him. He also wants to thank his friends and parents for the constant support that they have provided.
Enrique Solorzano Oberhauser. Enrique is a grade 8 student from Mexico, and this is his first and sadly last year at SAC. He was part of the U16 soccer team. His favorite moment was when they won the championship. He also was part of the track and field team. It was a new experience for him, and he thanks his coaches, our headmaster, teachers, classmates, and his parents for making this year so good.
Luke St. John. As a first-year student, Luke has embraced the eclectic variety of opportunities at St. Andrews College. He has engaged himself in the traditions that are so important to the history and culture of our great school. While maintaining honor standing, Luke represented St. Andrews with pride in the areas of drama and athletics. He would like to take this opportunity to thank the entire faculty and the housemasters at Mac House for making his first year a great one.
Ricky Tang. This is Ricky's third year at SAC. He's loved it so far. His best memory was beyond the gates when Will and James flipped their canoe. He's also looking forward to playing U16A basketball next year. Finally, Ricky would like to thank his parents for sending him to this great school and for giving him such a great opportunity to learn so many new things.
Todd Tian. Todd loved every... It's okay, I know he's not here, but we're going to read it anyway. Todd loved every single moment of his 3 years at St. Andrews College. One moment would be grade 7 when he and his soccer team traveled to British Columbia for a long, tiring, but very fun soccer tournament. Todd would like to say thanks to all of his friends and his family.
Juan Carlos Velasquez de Leon Ortega. This is Juan Carlos' first and last year at SAC. He really enjoyed the middle school Olympics and being on the Alpine ski team. He will miss all of his friends here. He was in debating and played tennis and soccer. He would like to thank all of his teachers for such an amazing year. Juan Carlos is proud to be an Andrean, and he will be one forever.
Gregory Vovchenko. Greg has been in the middle school for 2 years. First, he wants to thank his parents for sending him here. He says, "Without them, I wouldn't be in this wonderful school." He thinks the best part of being in Rogers Hall was becoming part of the SAC Brotherhood. His highlights were the graduation trip and being able to play so many different sports. He is looking forward to returning next year and is determined to earn a higher academic standing.
Brandon Wang. Brandon attended SAC at the age of 12 in grade 6. He wasn't the best student, but believes he makes up for it with his sheer athleticism. His funniest moment in middle school was when he was starting to jump a high jump course and slipped dramatically. His favorite moment was being faster than everyone at track and field sprints. Brandon played on the U14B soccer, varsity fencing, and the U14 track and field teams. He would like to thank his advisors and his parents for helping him and giving him this great opportunity.
William Wang. William enjoyed his 2 years in middle school. He loved them both and can't wait for upper school to start. He has many favorite memories in all the school events and the 3 sports he joined in grade 8. But what he relished most was the Beyond the Gates camping trip in Algonquin Park. He had lots of fun times, especially when he flipped his canoe with James. He looks forward to learning from all the different teachers and coaches in the upper school.
Darren Wong. Darren looks forward to making SAC a better place, no doubt by his sheer presence. His fondest moments were when he went coast to coast in a U14A St. Michael's basketball game, getting the most improved academic award in second term and from our Beyond the Gates trip, where, you know it, William and James flipped their canoe and lost their runners. Although he's only had 1 year to make friends, he would like to say goodbye to those who are leaving and give a big thank you to his teachers and parents for sending him to this amazing school.
Ben Woodford. This is Ben's first middle school year at SAC and one of his best of any schooling so far. His favorite event was the Beyond the Gates trip. He would like to thank his parents for sending him here and all the help he got from friends and family.
Peter Wu. Calculus has attended St. Andrews College for 2 years. His best memory was on the Beyond the Gates trip when Will Wang and James Munzenberger flipped the canoe. They don't say. He thanks his parents for sending him to SAC, and he thanks Mr. Kyle for sharing so many funny jokes. He's looking forward to summer break.
Jamie Yoon. Jamie has attended St. Andrews College since grade 7. His favorite memory in grade 8 was the Beyond the Gates canoe trip and his advisory dinner this year. He is looking forward to no laptop lockups in grade 9. He would like to thank Mr. Galida for another great year in Machouse.
And last but not least, Warren Zhang. Warren's enjoyed all of his middle school years, and he wants to thank all of his teachers who have taught him over the past 3 years. He also wants to thank his mom and dad for sending him to this wonderful school. His highlight was playing in the student versus staff basketball game, despite the student team's slim loss. Next year, Warren. Congratulations, grade 8s.
Well, that brings us to the end. And I just want to say, it's supposed to be over at 3:30 and it's 3:28. So that's really good. On behalf of the students, the faculty, the Board of Governors, thank you for joining us in our 115th Middle School Prize Day ceremony. I would like at this time to especially thank Ms. Brenda Burston, Ms. Ellie Choi, Ms. Wendy Marshall, who have worked tirelessly to make sure that everything today was perfect. Thank you, ladies. I would also like to thank our food services and maintenance staff. This does not just happen, it doesn't just appear. They work all week getting everything ready, so thank you so much to our crew. And I would ask that following this, thank you along with your families and friends, if you would like to join us for a reception just outside of the tent. That concludes our Middle School Prize Day. Thank you very much.